What does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game preview, another special Kickstarter preview. And today I'm very excited to be checking out You Dirty Rat, the card game from Jack Smack Games. This is for 2 to 4 players, ages I'd say about 12 and up, and it'll take you about 20 to 45 minutes to play. And in You Dirty Rat, you are going to be taking control of mobsters with various different colors and various different special abilities that you are going to be able to utilize, trying to complete heists, and in the end, gain more money than everyone else you are playing against. Sound intriguing? Let's open it up, see how it works. Alrighty then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of You Dirty Rat from Jack Smack Games. As I always like to mention, this is the promotional copy I have in front of me, so take everything you see here with a grain of salt. First and foremost, we have a handy dandy rule sheet. It is 8 pages double-sided, and I actually have a little bit of an older version of the rule sheet, but as you can see, full color, plenty of illustrations and pictures, and it'll actually have you up and running in no time at all. Pretty well done rule sheet. So in this game, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking control of specialists in the Mafia, who are all going to have various different special abilities, and you are going to be trying to complete heists that are out on the board and gain the most money. The game is going to end when either all these heists are gone, when all the specialist cards right here are gone, which will rarely ever happen, or all of this money is gone. Normally, you're just going to play until all of these are gone. Now, what these are going to be various different heists that you're going to need to complete in order to, well, probably win the game. And what these are going to do is you're going to need 3 of the green symbols, which are going to be green mobsters in order to complete that. Once you complete that, hooray, you get to successfully take this, and then you're also going to steal $3,000. And the next one's going to be a little bit more complex, but in addition to taking the $3,000, you're going to be able to draw one of these specialist cards who's going to give you a specialized member of the Mafia. Who's going to let you do some very special things. And as you can see, they're going to get progressively more difficult, but they're also going to give you progressively a little bit more. Now, these specialist cards, you're going to start off with 3 of these in your hand. You're going to start off with the Thief, the Pickpocket, and the Mastermind. And the main thing here is to focus on that you are going to be making sure that you start with 1 of each of these colors, because most of the time you're probably going to want to diversify your portfolio and have numerous different colors. But I'll show you some of the special abilities on it. So this one, if you play this one in front of you, you're going to be able to steal $2,000 from the town stash. This one's going to let you steal $2,000 from an opponent, and then the Mastermind, one of my favorite cards in the game, draw 3 specialist cards, choose 1 to add to your hand, and discard the other 2. And those are 3 that you're absolutely going to be starting with in your hand. Now, when you start the game, you're also going to be starting with 3 additional specialists that you're going to be drawing from the deck to deal out to everybody. And I'm just going to go over some of the random specialist cards just to show you what all kinds of special abilities they have. So you'll be able to use this guy as a green one, obviously, but also you're going to be able to reorder the cards in any hideout and then steal $1,000 from the town stash. Now, you don't know what a hideout is, but I'm going to get to that next. Needless to say, it's very important. The Counterfeit, steal $1,000 from every opponent's stash. The Wheelman, choose a team in your hideout and return all but 1 specialist from that team to your hand. This could be a very good one if used properly. The Femme Fatale, after playing this specialist, you may advance time and play another specialist immediately. This one is a really good one, especially if you can get 2 of them. And then one of my favorite ones, the Inside Man. And his big thing that I like to point out is that he can count as 1 of any particular color. He's kind of a chameleon. He also has a pretty cool special ability. We'll look at one more. The Fixer. Draw 2 specialists, choose 1 to add to your hand, and discard the other one. But there are going to be tons and tons of these very different, I think there's probably at least 20 in there. They're going to have various different roles and special abilities that you're going to be using. Now, I mentioned that there was going to be a hideout. That's mentioned in a lot of these cards, and I'm just going to draw 3 random cards, and we're going to show you how this is going to work. So, when you first start the game, you're going to start off with $3,000. You're going to start off with your 6 cards, and then on your turn, you're going to have a couple actions that you can do. You're going to be able to either commit a heist, which will be to accomplish one of the goals right here. So we could do that. We could very easily do these 3 green guys down here and complete this heist. or these 2 greens and a red if we wanted to right here, and complete that heist. And you know what, we'll just go ahead and do that. So for this one, we would say, all right, that was what I did this turn. I have played that down, and then I have successfully completed this heist, which is going to let me steal $2,000 from an opponent's stash. That'd be pretty nice. Then I put it in front of me, and for all intents and purposes, no one can take it, even though there is one card that will allow someone else not to steal it, but to trade it with you. So that's going to be my turn, and then my turn would be over. Now, on the next turn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately move all of these guys over here, and I'll show you one of the second ability, the second thing you can do on your turn. So it's now my turn. I played this last turn, and I can't access these cards just yet. This thing isn't going to help me because I got it, and now it's just sitting there waiting to get me money at the end of the game, which means I can utilize one of my player's special abilities. So I could use this to steal 2,000 from an opponent's stash. I could draw 3 specialist cards and add one in my hand. You know what? I probably will do that one right there. So next, I would play this card right down here, and this would go on my night phase. And then I would go over here to my draw deck. I would draw 3 specialist cards, and I would pick one of them, and I would discard the other 2. And let's see. Oh, we'll go ahead and we'll keep this red, because maybe we can focus on these red ones. So I kept one, I discard these other 2 all the way over there, and then that would be the end of my turn. On the next turn, these would once again move over here, this one would go right here, and then I would have the option to either complete a heist, which unfortunately I can't do right now, because I don't have enough of the colors that I need to match up, or I can yet again play another card down here. And I will do that. I'll go ahead and I'll do the Thief, which is going to let me steal 2,000 from the town stash, which would be great because then I would have 2,000 additional coins. So, next time is going to be your turn. This is where we're going to start showing you what is called the refresh area. So everything's going to move one more slot. However, these are all going to go to the refresh area, which is right here. This one's going to go here. This one's going to go here. And now, after I play whichever one of these cards I want to play and utilize its ability, I'm going to be able to pick up these 3 cards back here and boom, cycle them back into my hand. So that's going to be nice. So let's see. This one, choose a specialist in your refresh area, team that specialist with the middleman, and immediately take its action. So I could look over here at the cards in my refresh area that normally I would not be able to access and say, yeah, you know what, I really would like to do this one. So I would say, I'm going to take this one, team him up with the middleman, and he's going to let me draw the specialist on the top of the discard pile and add it to your hand. And so I would take that card, and then I would have 2 cards. And then, since this is the end of my turn, I would once again pick up my refresh phase, and boom, I now have back to 4 cards in my hand, which means I can potentially start thinking about doing something up here. And once again, the beginning of my next turn, I would put that in the refresh area, move these guys back over, and either complete a heist or do one of my special ability cards. Now, if you don't have enough cards and you can't do anything, you can't play a card like this or complete a team and do a heist or anything like that, you have to put one of your $1,000 right there, which stinks, and then it just kind of takes the place of that, and when it gets over to the refresh area, you just lose the money. So you always want to make sure you're going to be able to have at least one card that you're going to be doing. But what you're going to do is you're going to be trying to complete all the heists, and there's one more thing I want to mention about the heist, and that is the heists are going to give you an awesome ability when you complete the heist. But in addition, at the end of the game, if you have 2 of the same color, you're going to get 2,000. If you have 3, 4,000. If you have all 4 in the stack of 4, you are going to have $8,000 added extra, which can make a big impact on the game. So it's really kind of up in the air. Do you want to try and focus on one particular color? Do you want to diversify and just get all those bonuses early? How do you want to do it? But that, in a nutshell, is how you're going to be playing You Dirty Rat. Alright then, You Dirty Rat, the card game from Jack Smack Games. Who might be digging this game? First and foremost, if you like the mobster theme, this one definitely has that in spade. The money tokens look really neat. All of the cards, are really nice. There's just a huge variety of cards, and the artwork is very, very well done in this game. Also, if you like a game where you feel like you have your own strategy, this one will definitely fit that bill, because there are tons and tons of these different cards in this game that are going to have different effects and different strategies that you are going to be able to utilize that someone else might not be. For instance, you might have like the one with the blackmail, where you might be able to, which I don't think I showed, but you're going to be able to take someone else's colored heist, but in return you have to give them one of your heists, so you can kind of try and stack up 1 or 2 of those colors and then get those those points at the end, or there's the one where it makes you move your night phases over one, and it kind of speeds everything up so you can try and shuffle it back in your hand. And then there's the thug, where you can be trying to attack people all the time. I mean, there's tons of different strategies that you can utilize with those different cards. Last but not least, if you like a game that is easy to play, easy to teach, and very, very quick, but it still has a little bit of bite, this one might be for you. It is by no means a complex game. It is simple to learn and to teach, which is always a great thing. So, that was You Dirty Rat from Jack Smack Games. It's going to be on a Kickstarter near you very, very soon. It looks like it might be your cup of tea. Be sure to click on the Kickstarter link below. Also, in the comments below, let me know, what is your favorite game that you could go pick up at Toys R Us right now? What's your favorite big box, Milton Bradley, Hasbro, Mattel kind of game that you can pick up just about anywhere? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.
That was the review for You Dirty Rat, the card game. For more reviews and previews, check back at Bauer's Game Corner.